I'm sure that was incredibly boring for everyone. um, because we still don't have a match. There's 2 rounds going on, and one just entered game 2. So you guys are going to be stuck with me for a minute. And I am a very boring person. So, yeah, it's top 4 in both. Actually, let me get caught up on the chat really quick. I haven't really read the chat. I do not, if you guys are wondering if David Black plays Searing Blood, I don't think he does. Bill, though, I got a chance to talk to him. He does play Rabble Master, we just didn't get to see him. He said that he would cut maybe the Stoke the Flames and add in some number of Searing Bloods, which I like. Searing Blood, it's a pretty good magic card right now. It's really bad against the control decks, but right now there's not a ton of control decks, so it's not even bad, honestly. It's just half the time kill your guy and you have to lose 3? I think it deals 2 and deals 3. 2 to a dude, 3 to the face. So that's what's going on here. So right now we're just waiting on Shane Muncie and Ralph Penn to finish. Shane's on Soul Sisters and Ralph is on, we saw him earlier today. And wow, spacing completely as to what Ralph was playing. He's playing Bloodstained Mire, Black-White Tokens. He's playing Black-White Tokens. So we had Black-White Tokens against Soul Sisters, and that's why that took forever. And they're going into game 2, and honestly, I don't know who won. I think Ralph won the first game. And the other game that's going on is Joe Lucas and Gavin Johnston. He is a player who used to play here all the time, but then got a job and like made it to where he couldn't come as often. And so it's really awesome to see him down here. I haven't seen Gavin playing in F&M since almost Scars and Mirrodin, maybe before, so like 3 to 4 years. Maybe almost 5 years, actually. I guess Scars was 2010. So yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this guy play in Magic tournaments. So it's always fun to see players who haven't played in a while come back and start playing Magic. So Bill wasn't actually frustrated. He did write, "Hey, I hate Magic," on the end of the match there. If you saw, he did write down, "I hate Magic," and he was just feeling a little flustered after. Almost rightfully so. Like, he got land screwed. Not really in that last game too bad. He did draw a 3rd land way too late, but the first game he got mana flooded. He won that game, but he still got mana flooded, and it happened in both of the games against Carter. So it's understandable for him to be a little flustered, and that's fine. But yeah, David Black won, and yeah, unfortunately, both of the matches that are still going on. One's in Modern, one's in Standard, so we can't even like start a top 4 for either. Until they're both done. And Joe and Gavin are in Standard, and Ralph and Shane are in Modern. And Joe and Gavin, I think, were close to the end of a game. I didn't even get a game count on them because they were both really involved. I didn't want to interrupt them. But the other game, they were in the middle of shuffling. They were going into game 2. I asked them if they wanted to play on camera, and one of them said they did not. So that's okay. It's always just an option. It's not like you have to do it. So if anybody tries to ever tell you have to do something, just don't. If you don't want to do it, just say, "I don't want to do it." I mean, this is America. True story. But that's me and my wisdom, my infinite wisdom. Yeah, so thanks to everybody watching, and we're still going to be live streaming until, well, the tournament ends, actually, because it's pretty early. We almost have Swiss wrapped up, and usually it's like 11:20 at this point. So we're a little bit in front of the schedule. And that's pretty awesome. But unfortunately, we don't have a match to get on screen for you yet until they finish, and I'm sure that'll be around 11 or something. There was like 14 to 15 minutes left in the round clock. I think Modern started like 3 minutes after Standard, but I could be wrong. They both might have started at the same time. So, waiting on that to find out. Let me actually get my phone out so I can see. I'm sure I'll get a text right now, actually. That was about as the best kind of timing I could have got. One sec. And it looks like both tournaments decided to go ahead and split top 4. So this is the most lame way to end. You don't even get to see Magic for your last, second. The last thing you got to see was David Black's Blue-Red Thopter deck taking on Bill's Goblins deck that is his own creation, I believe. He wants to talk about it a little bit with me, but yeah, there's like, let me show you. There's like this much room to my left side now. There's not much room at all. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's immediately right there. So I can't even have anybody back here with me anymore. It really stinks. Maybe if I like stay against the wall and maybe like hug it, then I might be able to get somebody in here. But thank you so much for watching tonight, and hopefully we're back next week. But because of Grand Prix Detroit happening next week, there's a chance we won't be. If we're not, just stay tuned and follow us on Facebook. Once again, before I leave, I will post that in the chat, the link to our Facebook page. Also, follow us here on, follow us here on Twitch, as we do stream our bigger tournaments and our smaller tournaments whenever we get the chance to. But yeah, our bigger tournaments like IQs, Grand Prix Trials. I can't even think of another one. PPTQs, maybe start or TCG player, diamond qualifiers. I don't know what they're called. The TCG player equivalent. We'd probably do those as well. We just have to look into it a little bit. But yeah, I just linked that's the Twitch channel. Well, follow us on that too. let me link you the Facebook page.